Today on Rappler. President Marcos tells new PNP Chief Acorda to exercise maximum tolerance with critics. The Department of Education reminds schools they may shift to remote learning amid extreme heat conditions. The Philippines and China agree to establish, quote, more lines of communication amid tension over increased U.S. access to Philippine bases. Telco Globe explains its emergency alert for users to register their SIMs. The PBA launches a probe into allegations of game fixing by a Singaporean. British singer Ed Sheeran faces trial over copyright claims of Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. And K-pop girl group Twice is set to perform in the Philippines. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. tells newly appointed Philippine National Police Chief General Benjamin Acorda Jr. to be open to public scrutiny and exercise maximum tolerance as the new head of the National Police.
Serve the people with integrity, with accountability, and genuine justice. Always be open to public scrutiny and practice restraint and maximum tolerance in the face of harsh criticism.
Marcos also calls on Acorda to, quote, protect the people, especially the weak, and those who work with the government in the same cause, including journalists and civic action groups. In his inaugural speech, Acorda says his administration will be transparent.
To the media, we are allies in bringing out the truth. We need your support to inform the public of our endeavors for peace and order.
Acorda replaces PNP Chief General Rodolfo Azurin Jr. Acorda will serve for less than 8 months until his retirement on December 3. The Department of Education says schools may shift to remote learning during times of extreme heat as the country experiences a hot, dry season. DepEd spokesman Michael Poa says the DepEd has already reminded school heads of their, quote, authority and responsibility to suspend in-person classes and switch to alternative delivery modes if they think the extreme heat could affect students' health. Poa says this was already contained in a DepEd memorandum given to school heads. Weather Bureau Pagasa warns the country may experience even warmer days ahead. A heat index of 44 degrees Celsius was recorded in Catarman, Northern Samar, and Virac, Catanduanes, and 43 degrees Celsius at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport on Saturday. Senate Committee Chair on Basic Education Senator Sherwin Gatchalian urges the DepEd to revert the school break to April and May amid the hot season. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. says the Philippines and China agreed to establish, quote, more lines of communication to resolve disputes after the Chinese ambassador to Manila sounded like he was threatening Filipinos in Taiwan. This after Marcos met Chinese Foreign Minister Qin Gang, who is in the Philippines for a 3-day visit. Marcos says Qin's visit was, quote, very, very useful and very, very productive, adding, quote, some of the pronouncements made recently by our countries might be misinterpreted. Days before the meeting, Chinese Ambassador Huang Xilian sparked controversy after publicly telling the Philippines to, quote, unequivocally oppose Taiwan independence rather than stoking the fire by offering U.S. access to the military bases near the Taiwan Strait if you care genuinely about the 150,000 OFWs. Huang was responding to the Philippines' decision to open up 4 more military bases, many of which are close to Taiwan, to the United States under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. Telco giant Globe defends its use of the emergency cell broadcast system to remind users to register their SIM cards, noting the alert blast was, quote, within acceptable parameters. It adds the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council did not object after, quote, prior notice. Globe says it did so to instill urgency on millions of customers who have yet to register their SIMs, as the government will not extend the April 26 Wednesday deadline. Section 4 of the Free Mobile Disaster Act specifies alerts are sent out in the event of an impending tropical storm, typhoon, tsunami, or other calamities. In total, Globe, Smart, and Dito have registered only over 78 million or around 45% of all SIMs. All unregistered SIMs will be deactivated. Telcos want an extension to give subscribers more time to secure the government IDs required to register their SIMs. The PBA will launch a probe as its players and teams were allegedly offered bribes by a Singaporean businessman to fix games from April to July 2018. A report from the Straits Times says a certain Koa Wei Kwan faces 14 graft charges before the state courts in Singapore after being accused of influencing games in the PBA and Thailand Basketball League amounting to nearly $70,000 in bribes. PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall says the PBA will look closely into the allegations and talk to the players to investigate. Koa allegedly offered bribes to arrange for the Hotshots to lose Game 5 of the 2018 Philippine Cup Finals against the San Miguel Beermen, and offered unknown players from Blackwater Elite to fix games against the Colombian Jeep and the Phoenix Fuel Masters in the 2018 Commissioner's Cup. Some of the names Koa allegedly linked up with include Magnolia big man Ian Sangalang, former PBA player Leo Avenido, a certain Sergey Bien Orillo, and Gilas Pilipinas 3x3 star Almond Vosotros. British pop superstar Ed Sheeran faces trial over claims he allegedly copied Marvin Gaye's song Let's Get It On in his hit Thinking Out Loud and owes a share of the profits as a result. Heirs of songwriter and Gaye's co-writer for Let's Get It On, Ed Townsend, sue Sheeran, his label Warner Music Group, and music publisher Sony Music Publishing for copyright infringement in 2017. They claim Thinking Out Loud copied, quote, the heart of Gaye's song, including its melody, harmony, and rhythm. The lawsuit says Sheeran performed the two songs live as a medley and transitioned, quote, seamlessly between them. Sheeran argues any similarities between the songs involve basic musical building blocks that are ineligible for copyright protection. If the jury finds Sheeran liable for copyright infringement, the Manhattan court will hold another trial to determine how much he and his labels should pay. It's time to dance the night away, Filipino onesies, as K-pop girl group Twice is coming back to the Philippines. The 9-member act announces additional dates for their 5th world tour ready to be, including stops in Southeast Asia and Europe. Twice is set to perform at the Philippine Arena in Bulacan on September 30. Additional details such as ticket prices and selling dates have yet to be announced. Meantime, American rock band Mayday Parade is also coming back to the Philippines, performing at the New Frontier Theater on October 27. The band expresses its excitement for the upcoming show, writing, "Ang tagal nating di nagkita." Tickets range from 2,000 pesos for the balcony section to 15,000 for those getting the Ultimate Emo Experience package. Tickets will be available starting May 1 via TicketNet outlets nationwide and website. And that's today's wrap. I'm Nina Liu. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.